So what's the correct expression? Off the top of my head or at the top of my head? And what's the correct expression when you want to describe something exactly the way it is? You've hit the nail in the head or you've hit the nail on the head? Oh, you're already confused, right? Yeah, I feel you. Idiomatic expressions are confusing, and on top of that, if you add a preposition, it's kind of a bittersweet feeling, right? I've got you. In today's lesson, I'll break down 10 super simple and useful idioms or commonly used expressions that use prepositions. So we're going to go over a conversation and I'll break down each idiom for you as we go. This way, you'll be learning them in context and you'll be able to remember them better. Let's go. Hey James, did you hear about the promotion? Yeah, apparently it was decided behind closed doors. No one had a clue. So when something is decided behind closed doors, it means that it's decided privately. Not publicly, in other words, or not considering anyone's opinion. These two friends are discussing someone who got a promotion at their company, and apparently it was decided behind closed doors. So no one had a clue, it was completely private. Then, right and out of the blue, they picked Rachel. I didn't even know she applied. So, out of the blue, it means that it was completely unexpected. Yeah, so unexpectedly, right and out of the blue. So, instead of saying right and completely unexpectedly, you can say and out of the blue. They picked Rachel. Then, same. Off the top of my head, here's this one. It is off the top of my head, I would have guessed it'd be Mike. So, off the top of my head is when you say something without deeper thinking, without much preparation. You just say, off the top of my head, I would say, or I would have guessed, it would be Mike. Then, he's been bending over backwards all year. So, when someone bends over backwards, it means that they have been doing their best. They have been doing everything possible to do something very good or to do something helpful, you see. So he's been bending over backwards. He's been doing his best all year. Let's move on. Exactly. Now he's under the gun to train her, and she's barely qualified. Can you guess this one? Being under the gun or to be under the gun. So imagine if you are under a gun or if you are pointed with a gun, that means that you are under pressure, yeah, under a lot of pressure. So now he is under the gun, or you can also say under pressure, but this expression will take your English to the next level. So under the gun, under pressure, you see? Well, you've hit the nail on the head. There you have that one. It's not hit the nail in the head, it's hit the nail on the head. Yeah, it's totally political. So when you say this expression to hit the nail on the head, it means that you have described a situation exactly the way it is, you see? So you've hit the nail on the head. You have said the right words to describe a certain situation, yeah? By the way, you'll have all these in a PDF that I'll be linked in the description below for you, so there is no need for you to take notes, although if you want to do it, you can do it. And before I forget, this video is part of a series which is called English for Real, and I've created it to help all of you improve your English or level up your English, learning vocabulary, expressions, idiomatic expressions through real life conversations. So make sure you check the playlist that I'll link in the description below as well. Let's move on. Oh, I'm at a loss. at a loss. I'm at a loss. I really thought they would choose fairly. So when you are at a loss, you are completely unsure. Instead of saying, for example, oh, I don't know what to say, you can say, oh, I'm at a loss. So when you don't know what to say, when you are uncertain or unsure, then you can say, I'm at a loss. Then I think they just wanted results by fair means or foul. This is an expression that means that people just want to do something and they'll do whatever it takes to get something, even if it implies doing honest or dishonest things. Yeah, so they just wanted results by fair means or foul. For example, imagine that you are in a competition and the opposite team wants to win, and then you say, oh, they will do whatever it takes to win. So they're going to win by fair means or foul. Yeah, doing whatever it takes to get something, even if it implies doing something honest or dishonest. Then, yeah, she might end up in hot water if she can't handle the pressure. In hot water, can you imagine yourself in hot water? So, being in hot water means being in trouble, but not only trouble. When you are in hot water is because you are involved in a situation that might lead you to some kind of punishment. Yeah, so she might end up in hot water, she might end up in trouble, but now you know that it is a kind of situation that can lead you to getting some kind of punishment. Then maybe if you read between the lines, the higher ups just want a puppet. So, can you imagine yourself reading between the lines? What does this expression mean? Well, when you are able to read between the lines, it's because you're able to understand the hidden message of something or a situation, for example. Yeah. So if you read between the lines, if you're able to get the hidden message, if you're able to understand something that is behind that message, not just the literal words. Yeah. Read between the lines. And now it's quiz time. Let's see if you learned these expressions correctly and if you're able to use them. Before I continue, I'll do everything on this channel for free. So, of course, I need to bring the bacon home. What does that mean? That means that I need money to pay my bills. So, if you want to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee. I'll leave the link in the description below for you. Thank you very much for that. So, I have here some interactions and then I'll ask you to choose the correct option to complete them. It's going to be very fast. So it's just to check what you have learned and if you learned these expressions. Then she said she was fine, but I could read the lines. She was upset. This is easy because it was the last one, right? So she said she was fine, but I could read between the lines, so I was able to understand the hidden message. For example, imagine someone saying, yeah, fine. It's not the same, right? You could read between the lines that she was upset. Next one. The decision was made behind closed windows, behind closed gates, or behind closed doors. Got it? Yeah, behind closed doors, meaning, remember, privately. Yeah. Then, the top of my head, I think Tina's birthday is in May. So this expression, remember, is used when you say something without much preparation or without deeper thinking. Got it right, I know. Off the top of my head, without thinking too much, yeah? Next one, he bent over to get everything done before the deadline. Remember when when someone does his or her best or to do in order to do something good or to be helpful, so he bent over backwards to get everything done before the deadline. Yeah, great. Next one. I'm really under the to finish this project by Friday. Under meaning under pressure. You're right. Being under the gun. I'm really under the gun. For example, I'm really under the gun to get this video done before Friday, let's say. Next one. You've hit the nail the head. That's exactly why she's upset. Remember, you use this expression, you say it when you want to describe a situation with the exact words. So, you've hit the nail on the head. Yeah? I was completely at a for words after hearing the news. So, I was completely unsure. I didn't know what to say, remember. I was completely at a loss. That's great. It's not the same. Fog. I was completely at a fog. No. Brain fog. No, not yet. And lost is just the verb. And here we're using the noun, at a loss. He's hot water for missing that important meeting. He is in trouble. Remember that trouble that can lead you to some kind of punishment? So he is in hot water. I bet you're doing excellent, right? And I think this is the last one. He called me out of the after 5 years of silence. This is when something happens completely unexpectedly. Out of the, I have 3 colors just to confuse you. Yeah? Out of the blue. That's right. When something happens completely unexpectedly, out of the blue. And oh, we have one more. They were determined to win. Remember this one? No matter what. No matter if they do something honest or dishonest. So they were determined to win no matter if that implied cheating. So, by fair means or foul. That's great. I think this is the last one, and yes, it is. How many did you get right? 10 out of 10? Leave me a comment below with your score. So there you have it, 10 super simple idiomatic expressions that use prepositions. So if you learn them as chunks, remember groups of words that naturally go together, it's easier for you to remember them and to use them in your everyday conversations. If you want to learn more idioms or expressions or even phrasal verbs in this way in context, remember to check the other videos on the series. And that's all for today. Hope you liked it. See you in the next one.